Good morning, warrior. Today, I share with you a lesson I learned during a time when I, too, was tempted by the allure of luxury. A moment that taught me the value of simplicity and the strength that lies in restraint. I hope my story will guide you as you walk the path of discipline and focus. It was a long journey many years ago when I first set foot in the great city of Athens. I had heard of its splendor, the marble halls, the finely crafted statues, the grand homes filled with treasures. As a young man, I was taken by the sight. I saw the wealth, the abundance, the extravagant feasts. It was a city that seemed to have everything: fine silks, precious metals, exquisite food and wine. In truth, I admired the Athenians for their prosperity. They had mastered the art of living in luxury. They reveled in it. At first, I was impressed. I marveled at their accomplishments and the richness of their culture. These people lived in comfort, they had power, and they seemed untouchable. It was a life of ease, and for a moment, I wondered if perhaps this was the secret to greatness. Was this comfort the key to their success? But as I spent more time in the city, my admiration began to fade. I noticed the effects of this indulgence. The people who once held themselves with pride and purpose now seemed lazy, distracted, and weak. The finest philosophers still spoke, but their words were often ignored, drowned out by the temptations of luxury. The men who once fought bravely in battle were now more concerned with the length of their robes and the delicacy of their meals than with the sharpness of their minds or the strength of their bodies. It wasn't just the opulence I saw. It was the decline of spirit. I saw men who had been great soldiers turn soft, relying on comfort rather than skill. I saw leaders whose judgment was clouded by excess, whose minds were dulled by too much indulgence. The very things that had brought them success, their intelligence, their discipline, their courage, were being eroded by their addiction to luxury. They had become slaves to their own comforts. And it was in this moment, standing among the ruins of their once proud ways, that I understood. Luxury had not made them great. It had only led them to complacency and decay. I saw the danger of becoming too comfortable, too distracted by the pleasures of life. It was in this city that I learned an important truth. True strength lies not in abundance, but in discipline, in simplicity. The Spartan way of life, our training, our focus, our rejection of excess, was the path to power. When I returned to Sparta, I carried this lesson with me. I reinforced our practices, reminding the warriors and the citizens that strength is not found in opulence, but in the rejection of it. I made sure that our minds stayed sharp, that our bodies remained hardened, and that our hearts were focused on the things that truly matter. In Sparta, we did not need the comforts of Athens. We lived on the barest necessities, and yet we were strong. We trained our minds and bodies with purpose. We did not allow ourselves the luxury of distraction. Our homes were simple, our meals plain. But our strength, our resilience, our unity, that was what made us powerful. We were not weighed down by the softness that luxury brings. We were warriors because we lived with purpose, with discipline, with simplicity. Warrior, let my experience be a lesson to you. There is nothing wrong with enjoying comfort, but never let it rule you. Overindulgence will weaken your resolve, dull your focus, and make you forget what truly matters. It is easy to be distracted by the pleasures of life, but these distractions will cloud your judgment and steal your strength. As you go about your day, ask yourself, am I living with purpose, or am I allowing myself to be caught in the comfort of luxury? Your power lies not in what you possess, but in what you can control, in what you can endure. Today, take a step back from the comforts you enjoy and see if they are serving you or if they are weakening you. Simplify your life where you can, focus on what truly matters, and remind yourself that strength is not found in excess, but in the restraint of it. Like the Spartan warrior, you must learn to live without the distractions of comfort, for it is only in simplicity that we can truly be free.